Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. They'll run on first down. Jackson shrugs him off. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second and 11. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready? 22's coming. 22's coming. It's fine. Here I come again. Here I come.
Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On second down now, Peyton. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Kill.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Bo Jackson. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Push him back. Push him back. Check. Off. SOS.
To throw again on second down. Jackson looking end zone for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Come.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 1st down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Tighten up.
Play action. Now Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. There's a nice move. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Keep playing on all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about... And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Niners 10, 49ers 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
13 yards there and a Niner first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught by Jackson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, Peyton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
6 guys. Check 6. Check.
Throwing again. Jackson being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Willis. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Escapes the defender.
Let's go.
A gain of 43 yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's got a Nunwa. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
53, Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies...
Short. Switch gears. Check. 53's Mike.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Tight dog.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They run with Jackson out of the gun. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I got you, boy. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Peyton, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Bo. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's checking. Crash, go,
Here's Jackson throwing again. Flush to his right. Past the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check 37.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Jackson.